Hello and welcome back, everyone. And wow, who would have thought that the challenge was gonna drop on us today of all days? The new cast and format for their upcoming season 39, Battle for a New Champion. This was a huge surprise to me. Normally, the challenge likes to wait till closer to the end of one season / a month prior to release all of the cast stuff and cast photos. Not for the Challenge 39. MTV just decided to in the middle of September, in the middle of the Challenge USA Season 2 season, as well as just some random Tuesday, to drop all of this on us. And I can't tell you how excited I am to be talking about a brand new season of the challenge. Let's first get to some of the press release. The challenge Battle for a New Champion will premiere on MTV on Wednesday, October 25th at 8 p.m. ET. This season will pit 24 returning contenders, one of who will take home their first victory. In order to do so, they won't only compete against each other, but also will face 10 rotating challenge legends in surprise eliminations each week. In the end, only one of the contenders can take home the win. There's quite a bit to unpack there, so October 25th at 8 p.m. ET will be when the new season premieres. There are no full-on rookies making their debut on this season. We have seen all of these competitors before, whether it is on the main season of the challenge or a spin-off like the UK, like Argentina, like the World Championship. And also, out of the 34 total competitors that we will be talking about in today's video, the 10 challenge champions aren't actually competing to try to win another challenge title or the prize money. The only competitors eligible to win the prize money is the 24 challenge contenders on the season, and it sounds like that the 10 challenge champions will be used as permanent mercenaries, that I don't think that the challenge contenders will be facing off against each other in eliminations at all. It sounds like every week whoever wins into power will be able to nominate somebody to go into elimination, and on any given week they could be facing off against any one of the 10 challenge champions on the payroll, just kind of chilling out there until their names are called to go into an elimination. I have a good amount of thoughts on this, and I don't want to kind of like clog up this video in the beginning talking about all of my thoughts. So let's just get into the competitors that are on this season. Then towards the end, I will give my full thoughts and feelings, or at least my initial thoughts and feelings about this season and the format and the competitors, all at the end. So let's start off with the 10 challenge champions that will be mercenaries on this season, and we're gonna go in alphabetical order, starting off with Brad from the Real World San Diego. He has done 12 total seasons, and before we go any further, for the stats like total seasons, championships, and elimination record, I counted the main series, the global series, as well as all-stars. The only seasons I did not count were champs versus series, just so we're all on the same page. So Brad has done 12 total seasons. He has made 5 finals. He's a one-time challenge champ, winning in season 20. His elimination record is 8 wins and 7 losses. And the last time we saw him was in All-Stars 3 finals, getting second place behind Wes. And making her challenge return to the main series is none other than Cara Maria, whose debut season was season 19, Fresh Meat 2. She has done 14 total seasons, 9 finals, 2-time challenge champ, and her elimination record is stellar. 13 wins, 6 losses, throw in a redemption win from season 32. Cara Maria is the elimination queen, and can I just say, before we go any further, the women's side of the challenge champions coming in are stacked. Like, if I was a woman on this season, I would be so nervous to go into an elimination because every single person on the women's side can knock out anybody on any given day in really any elimination for the most part. But we'll get into all that. But just seeing Cara Maria back on the main series, and we're only going to see her in elimination matchups, that's like her forte. And I would be so nervous. Last time we saw her was in season 34 finals, getting second place. Next up, the original heavy hitter, CT from the Real World Paris. He has done 19 total seasons, 10 finals, 5-time challenge champ, Elimination record is a modest 6-5 because CT has a reputation of not seeing that many eliminations. He goes off of his social game to stay out of elimination. And the dude looked solid and ready to go. Whew, this is going to be rough for these contenders. Next up, we have Darrell from Road Rules Campus Crawls. 13 total seasons, 6 finals, 4-time challenge champ with an elimination record of 7 wins and 5 losses. Last time we saw him was in the World Championships where he and Kiki lost to Casey and Troy. Next up, we have a recent challenge champion, Devin from Are You The One? 7 seasons, 3 finals, 1-time challenge champ, elimination record, 6 wins and 2 losses. Actually, pretty respectable there. And the last time we saw him was winning season 38. Oh my gosh. Next up, none other than Jordan Wisely, Real World Portland, 9 seasons, 6 finals, 4-time challenge champ, elimination record, 12 wins and 6 losses. Last time we saw him was winning world championships, and just like what I said about Cara Maria, Jordan is somebody that I would be biting my nails thinking I could possibly be going against him in an elimination. Even when the eliminations are not in his favor, he somehow finds a way to pull out that win. We've seen him be a mercenary in the past, and he has excelled at it. Next up, we have Casey from Big Brother, 5 seasons, 4 finals, 1-time challenge champ, elimination record, 7 wins and 2 losses. And the last time we saw her was getting 3rd place in the World Championships. Kaz from Love Island, UK, 2 seasons, 2 finals, 2-time challenge champ. She doesn't know what an L is in the challenge. She's also 1-0 in eliminations. And the last time we saw her winning the World Championship, I mean, Kaz, I will say, is having a stellar start to her challenge career. But out of everybody in this champions group, she is the most inexperienced player on this season when it comes to the challenge in general, but also eliminations, only going into 1 and winning it. So I think out of everybody in the challenge group, a lot of the contenders would like to go up against and test Kaz more than, say, Cara Maria or Casey, or even our next challenger on this list, and that is Laurel. Dr. Laurel is in the house. Her debut season was Fresh Meat 2, 7 seasons, 4 finals, 1-time challenge champ. Her elimination record is 10 wins, 3 losses. Last time we saw her was losing to Anissa and Jordan in season 38. Along with CT, I think Laurel is the most intimidating challenger ever. From her size, her athleticism, the way she wants to not only beat you, but humiliate you. And finally, we have Tori from Are You The One? 9 seasons, 5 finals, 1-time challenge champ, elimination record, 6 wins and 3 losses. And she's currently on the USA 2, so that is just a snapshot of her stats at this very moment. They could easily change within the next few weeks as the USA 2 is wrapping up and progressing still. But as of right now, those are her stats at this moment. The contenders are going to have their hands full in every single elimination because it just sounds like they're going to be going in against the contenders, the only players to go in against the contenders, and possibly send them home. And I don't know, I feel like I got my money on the challenge champions sending majority of these players home. Let's get into the contenders, and then I'll keep on going into my thoughts at the end of this video. Staying in alphabetical order, the first contender is Asaf. He comes from multiple shows, So You Think You Can Dance, Big Brother, Ninja Warrior, etc. Are You The One? He's been on a ton of shows. He's only done 1 challenge season, that was Total Madness. He is 0-1 in eliminations, losing to Jay early on in Total Madness, in episode 1, actually, very early on. Next up, we have Berna from Survivor Turkey. She, too, has only done 1 season, that was season 37. She has 1 win and 1 loss in eliminations, and she lost to Jeremiah and Priscilla when she was partnered up with Huey, who we will be talking about very soon. Next up, we have the most senior player when it comes to as many seasons underneath their belt compared to the rest of the cast, and that is Big T from Shipwrecked UK. She has done 4 seasons. In eliminations, she has 1 win and 4 losses, and the last time we saw her was losing very late in the game in season 37, losing to Emmy in License to Chill. I'm actually very surprised to see Big T back on the challenge after 37. She said she was going to take some time off, go learn how to be a chef, which she did, and she's making her grand challenge return. We're going to see what Big T is going to be able to do on this season. I can't wait. Next up, we have Chauncey, who didn't come from a show. He came in as Amber's +1 on season 38. His elimination record is 1 win and 1 loss, and last time we saw him was in episode 15, losing to Jordan and Anissa. Will Chauncey be going up against Jordan again, and can he get his redemption by winning against Jordan in an elimination? To be honest, if you've seen Chauncey's Instagram and Thirst posts, he's looking bigger and just more swoller than ever, and it'll be interesting to see what he can do. He's a brand new father coming in, trying to win and get that nest egg for his family. Next up, somebody I'm very excited to see, and that is Callum from Ibiza Weekender. He's also done 1 season of the challenge, which was the Challenge UK. He has not seen a single elimination in his challenge career thus far, and the last time we saw him was in the Challenge UK finals, getting 3rd place. Ever since X on the Beach Peak of Love, I've been wanting to see Callum get on the main series of the challenge, and it's finally happening, and I'm so excited. Next up, we have Kieran from The Bachelorette Australia. 1 season, which was the Challenge Australia. He's 1-0 in eliminations. Last time we saw him was getting 2nd place in the Challenge Australia finals, getting 2nd place slightly behind Troy. Colleen from The Mole Germany. She too has only done 1 season, that was season 38. In elimination, she has 1 win and 1 loss, and the last time we saw her, she lost to Laurel and Jack in the Give Me Some Slack elimination. Next up, we have Corey Lay from 12 Dates of Christmas. He has only done 1 season, that was season 37. He has 1 win and 1 loss in eliminations, and the last time we saw him, he lost to Huey and Amber. He's been training and he's been wanting to come back on the challenge to prove himself, and I'm glad he has that opportunity to come back. Next up, we have Ed from The Circle. 1 season, 37. He came in as a replacement after Nam was DQ'd, medically DQ'd. He has 1 win and 1 loss in eliminations, and last time we saw him, he lost to Kyle in the pole wrestle. Next up, we have Emmanuel from Survivor Romania. 1 season, 37. He has 1 win and 1 loss in eliminations, and the last time we saw him was he lost to Devin very late in the season, right before the finals in Triple Threat. I think out of all the possible rematches that we've seen prior with some of the cast members and the champions, I think that Emmanuel stacks up well against Devin as long as it's not a puzzle, and I think that Emmanuel could take Devin if they were to rematch in eliminations. All right. Somebody that I am deeming the front runner of this upcoming season, somebody that I have no doubt in their abilities coming back, and that is Horacio from Estados Unidos Exaltan. 1 season, season 38, 5-0 in eliminations. And the last time we saw him was season 38 final. I think Horacio is ready to run it back. I honestly, he already beat Jordan like twice last season. And I think that nobody's going to scare him. He is going to come in ready to go up against anybody, win against anybody. And looking at the contenders, I just think that Horacio is just in another tier as a competitor. And I'll stake it right now. I think that Horacio is the front runner in this upcoming season. Huey from Big Brother. 1 season, 37. He has 1 win and 1 loss in eliminations. And the last time we saw him, like I mentioned with Berna, he lost to Priscilla and Jeremiah when he was partnered up with Berna. James from The Only Way is Essex is on this upcoming season. 1 season, the Challenge UK, 0-for-1 in eliminations. He was the one that suffered that really hard hit in the water where he got like double black eyes. And he was thrown into the very first elimination in Not So Fast and lost. James is looking for major redemption coming on to this season. Jay is back for his 4th season. From Survivor, 3 seasons, 2 wins, 3 losses in eliminations. And last time we saw him was losing to Horacio and Olivia in season 38 with his partner, Michelle. Honestly, it wasn't just them two because the whole house was rooting against them. There's no real vets on this upcoming season. So can Jay finally get deep into a season and maybe make it to the finals for the first time? I don't know. I'm feeling like this could be Jay's season to go far. Next up, we have Jessica from The Bachelor Australia. 1 season, that was the Challenge Australia. 0-1 in eliminations. And the last time we saw her, she lost to Grant and Kiki in Spelling Ebe. Hopefully there are no tires or spelling eliminations on this upcoming season. Next up, we have Huhui from The Challenge Argentina. She has done 2 seasons being on The Challenge Argentina and the World Championship. However, she has 0 wins and 2 losses in her challenge career in eliminations. And the last time we saw her was her and Nelson losing to Kellyanne and Tristan in episode 3 of the World Championship. How will she be able to get her footing on this season with absolutely no social ties to really anybody on this season? I'm nervous for her. Next up, we have Kylan from Big Brother. 1 season, The Challenge USA Season 1. He has 1 win and 1 loss in his challenge elimination career, and he lost to Alyssa L and Leo in the ball and chain eliminations. Just stay out of trivia eliminations. Kylan, you should do well. Next up is somebody that I feel is the complete package when it comes to the contenders, and that is Nerys from Are You the One? 1 season, season 38. She has 0 wins and 1 loss in her elimination career, and that was losing to challenge champion Amber in the paddle brawl elimination. But we saw Nerys shine in her first challenge season, having speed, endurance. She has great memory, and I just feel like Nerys is going to be a force to be reckoned with on her 2nd season. So I am going to keep my eye on Nerys in this upcoming season. Somebody that I'm very excited to see back on the challenge. I didn't really think that we would see her back at all, and that is Melissa Reeves from X on the Beach UK. 3 seasons, 2 wins and 1 loss in her elimination career. And last time we saw her was DQing in the Total Madness finals. Come to find out, she was pregnant, but now she is back on the challenge, and I'm very excited to see what Melissa can do on this upcoming season of the challenge. Michelle Fitzgerald from Survivor. 3 seasons of the challenge, 2 wins, 2 losses so far in her elimination record and her challenge career. And last time we saw her was currently on the Challenge USA Season 2. She is currently on the show. So again, like I said with Tori, her stats can fluctuate over the next coming weeks as the Challenge USA 2 is progressing and wrapping up. So keep your eyes on those stats. But as of right now, those are her stats coming into this game. And kind of like what I said with Jay, maybe this is Michelle's game. She's doing well in the Challenge USA 2 so far, but with a game that doesn't have a ton of challenge vets, maybe she can get in good with a lot of these new players and get some good alliances and go far into the season. You never know. Somebody coming in to do it Orlando style, that is Mariah, Fessel's friend from The Challenge 38, Ride or Dies. She has only done 1 season. She has 1 win and 2 losses in elimination so far. And last time we saw her was losing to Banani in Bridget. Olivia from Love Island US, 1 season, 3-0 in eliminations. Very, very strong. And again, made it to season 38 finals, but then had to be medically DQ'd. Please, The Challenge, MTV, don't let anything that could possibly hurt anybody happen this season. Don't let it happen. I don't want to see anybody go out like that. This season should be injury proof. I'm praying. Next up, we have Raven, Johnny's friend, model, and actress. 1 season, season 38, and she is 0 for 1 in eliminations, and that 1 loss came from Olivia and Horacio in the double-decker elimination. And finally, somebody I'm so excited to see on this season, and that is Zara from the Royal World. She has done 2 seasons, the Challenge UK and the Challenge World Championships. She has 0 wins and 1 loss in her elimination record, And last time we saw her was losing to Casey and Ben in the Herculean Strength elimination. That is all the players. So now let's get into the format. So the format is 24 players are coming onto the season, 24 contenders are coming onto the season to battle it out to become the one solo winner, getting all the prize money and the label of challenge champion in a game where the contenders aren't going into eliminations against each other, but instead facing off against 10 challenge champions in a rotating fashion. I understand that the challenge is trying to sort of make a format where it's trying to have its cake and eat it too. Right? They know us fans want to see the Cara Marias, the CTs, the Laurels, the Jordans. We want to see challenge champions on the season. But to ensure that somebody who has not won a challenge championship at this point, they have to take them somewhat completely out of the game, lowering them all the way down to mercenaries and heavy hitters only. Contenders are only able to win the game, which seems like an odd concept in a way. I almost would rather it be like Invasion of the Champions 2 rather than only having the champions as mercenaries, because it just seems like such a odd way and such a stroke of luck every single elimination matchup. Like, how are they figuring out which challengers are going into which eliminations in which week? Is there anything in it for the challengers? Like, is there a bank account? If, say, they win an elimination and do their job, will they get like prize money added to their bank account? Or are they just doing this just to do it and have fun and have the exposure? I guess they're getting paid no matter what, because why would they be there if they're not getting paid? It just seems like such an off-the-wall concept to just have mercenaries every single week going against the contenders who, I don't know, I think that it's just such a big form of luck at the end of the day. And only one challenge champion, that's kind of odd to me too. I felt like with season 40 kind of on the way, maybe it could be an all-champion season, that they would want to bolster more champions and more newer champions. But to have this season be one winner, one solo winner, I don't know how fair that is in the grand scheme of things. Now, don't get me wrong. I want the challenge to experiment and do all of its things. Like, I'm not going to be upset when I see CT walking into the elimination. I would rather have CT on my screen rather than not have CT on my screen. Same thing with Laurel, same thing with Cara, same thing with all these challenge champions that will be coming onto the show as mercenaries. Like, I'm not going to cry about this because, you know, anything could happen. I'm not going to judge it too harshly right now, but I do have some questions and concerns that I hope get cleared up as we move towards the premiere of the Challenge 39 Battle for a New Champion. I think the contender squad is very interesting. I'm glad that we have no competitors that are like making their debuts on this season. I'm glad that they're going back to the pool of newer players that we've just been introduced to, because the last few seasons has been such an influx of rookies from the Global Series to Challenge 37. Thank you for making the availability calls to the players that we've already seen before and investing more time to the players that you felt stood out in some way or could actually put on a very good show or be very competitive moving forward and maybe didn't have the best shot in their first season or first couple of seasons that we saw them in. So I'm really happy that the contenders are all people that we have seen before on a challenge show. I am happy that we are getting names like CT, Cara Maria, Laurel, and challenge champions that I didn't think were going to be back anytime soon on the show. With everything that's happening with All-Stars 4, I didn't know when we would possibly see Cara Maria back on the main series. Laurel we saw last year, but again, she's doing her own thing. She got her doctorate's license, her veterinary license. Like, she could do whatever she wanted, and now she's coming back onto the show. Jordan with his racing career. I am so excited because there are so many names that I wasn't expecting. The cast photos look incredible. The 20-second teaser that came out with these pictures are incredible. I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for trailer when it drops because I will love to do a trailer breakdown for that. Like, I'm so excited. I mean, some of the contender names that get me excited to see is Big T, Callum, Kieran, Corey Lay, Horacio for sure. Huhui, Nerese, Melissa, Olivia, and Zara. Those are the contenders that I'm the most excited about and think that they could do really well on this season. And like I mentioned, I'm so excited to see Cara Maria, CT, Darrell with a full beard. Incredible. Jordan is going to be a menace in that elimination. I can tell you right there. Laurel, Kaz, being grouped into these challenge legends and challenge champions, as she should. And the more I think about it, I'm just so excited. October 25th cannot come quick enough. And that's talking about being in the middle of an already good season in the Challenge USA. But now I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think about this cast list? Let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think about the 10 challenge champions that will be mercenaries on this season? What do you think about the 24 contenders on this season looking for their first challenge win? How do you feel about the format with the rotating challengers going up against the contenders, as well as it being a solo winner for this season? Let me know anything and everything down in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting against? Are you excited? Are you cautiously optimistic? Or are you just not feeling this season so far? I'm going to wait for a trailer. That's totally valid as well. Let me know anything and everything down in the comment section below. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm excited to hear what everybody has to say in this video comment section, as well as I want to give a special shout out thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone who is watching this video up to this point. I'll be back really, really soon with more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.